everybody. Today we finna get into it and talk about the takedown of the West Coast O.G. Big U. You know, it been a while, but I'm back. Power been down, but I'm back up and I'm working. But we talking about Big U, you know what I'm saying? And the downfall of Big U. You know, we're gonna break it all down, you know, because there's been a lot to unravel. You know, we're gonna explain how the DOG strategy, they aren't just prosecuting Big U. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just prosecuting him. You know what I'm saying? They taking it to the next level, to the gang activity. They're labeling his personal business dealing as the Big U enterprise. You know, we're gonna get all the way into that. We're gonna discuss how the feds claim he used the nonprofit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. Excuse me. Development of option at the front, you know, the feds. He wasn't just helping the community, he was using a charity. I'm talking about he was using a charity to insert himself from the law. They are alleged the embezzlement donations from celebrities like Shaquille O'Neal and Draymond Green. We talking high profile celebrities that they saying Big U was finessing, getting money out of. You know what I'm saying? They saying that he was getting money out these guys. All types of ways, all types of celebrities, hip hop artists, anybody who's seen to go to LA for a music video, they had a little thing talking about checking in, you know. And when it comes to checking in, that's when the problem is gonna come about, because you got citizens and regular civilians be like, check in. What is that? Do I gotta tap in with somebody to let them know I can roam around LA? You know, a lot of people wasn't getting it, and a lot was, but everybody ain't tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Like 2020, you know, he had a murder. 2021 murder of Rayshon Williams in Las Vegas. He had that murder. And that's what seemed to come back and hunt him. Out of all these years, it seemed to come back and hunt him. You know, a lot of people do things and think they got away, or almost got away, or could have got away. Sometimes it work in people's favors, and sometimes it don't. And Big U, one of the ones, it didn't work in their favor because it came back and hunted him. On somebody bidding. You know what I'm saying? Prosecutors alleged that RW was an artist of Big U. Label who records a diss track against him. You know what I'm saying? So is that the reason Big U was so upset? Or what could it be? How you doing? How you doing? How everybody doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. How everybody doing? I know it been a minute. Lights been out, but I'm back now. Yes, lights been out and I'm back. And I'm breaking down a Big U. I'm talking about the takedown of Big U. Y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that like button to give me hype. I'm talking about the Interstate 15 Desert Discovery. How the Fed tracked the movement of Big U and his co-defendants, Sylvester Vay Robinson, to Vegas and back. You know, the feds, one thing about the feds, when they on your trail, they on your trail. No matter what it takes. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Continue to hit that like button for me. You know, one thing about the feds, they gonna be on your trail. I'm here clapping noises from my parents' bedroom. You know what that mean. You know what that mean. If you hear that from that room back there, you know what it mean. I ain't gonna need to tell you. Meat popping, bed rocking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then like I said, Big U want people to check in. And if for y'all people don't know what check in is, it's like when you get to a state and you call a certain individual and inform them that you in the state. But I don't understand the checking in thing, because What I'm gonna check in with you for to let you know that I'm in your state? Come on. It's like set myself up for something. It don't make no sense. I'm talking about like how the DA, you know what I'm saying, the DOJ, they using the Hobbs Act. You know what I'm saying, with the commerce by robbery and extortion. You know, the lots of people saying Big U was extorting a lot of business, not just only celebrities. You know what I'm saying? They say he was extorting business. You know, I don't know what type of business, but they say he was extorting business. And you know, when you get to playing with these people business and money, yeah, the law gonna get involved. Of course the law gonna get involved. Who gonna let you come take over their business? You know, and interfere with their money. If you own a business, you run a business, you know you ain't gonna let nobody just walk up and take over your business. Come on. What the use of open the business? You gonna let somebody walk up and just take over? You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay, he was starting boxers too. Anybody who came to LA to party, boxers, celebrities, anybody, you can go shoot a movie, you go with anything. You got to check in with Big U. The feds are using the high-profile names to show a pattern of racketeering that goes beyond the streets and into the 1% lifestyle. Think about it. We ain't just gonna show you patterns of these little small fries you out here running over. We gonna show you some high-profile peoples that Big U extorting. You know what I'm saying? That's a strategy that the feds are gonna use. That's just one of the strategies the feds gonna use. Okay, we're gonna use these high-profile celebrities and show that you was extorting them. And you know probably what's gonna come next. They're gonna go to those stores and they're gonna come next. They're gonna show a pattern of extortion. Patterns of extortion. You know, okay, wiretaps in social media. They're gonna use that against him. Okay, mention the 20,000 plus intercepted calls in his own Instagram video used against him. I'm talking about this the strategy that I'm breaking down the feds gonna use against him. They're just the strategies. They're gonna use an Instagram. We already talked about they're gonna use the celebrities. It ain't gonna be looking too good for Big U, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Then Big U, obstructive of justice. Obstructive of justice. Why the judge denied bail in April 2025? Henley's flight when the raid started in his call-out videos named a potential witness. You heard they got potential witness. Okay, the Fed's big tactic is stripping away his active shield. They want the jury to see the suit and tie community leader as nothing more than a person for a career criminal. These are tactics that the Fed's gonna use now. These are tactics that this is what Big U gonna face the day of trial. Some of the things, because you already know the prosecutor gonna hide evidence. They gotta have something in the clutch, hold something back. You know what I'm saying? I know they're supposed to give you everything in the discovery. Okay. But they always come up with something, some reason to prolong the case or some reason to make your lawyer work harder. Okay, Big U has pled not guilty. His defense says this is a character assassination and that his words on the tape are just street talk. Now, no words from his attorney now. They saying the words Big U was saying over the phone and everything else, it's just street talk. Nothing more, nothing less. He didn't mean anything about the allegations. He wasn't a threat to nobody. This all just street talk. But I don't think the judge or the prosecutor were buying the story. Neither one of them were buying the story. Part of his image to reach at-risk youth, but with a 43 count indictment and the feds claiming a 98% conviction rate, and RICO cases. The hill is steep. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, think about that. They got a 98% conviction rate. So that means they prosecute majority of all cases come in front of them. But we done seen people beat them. Like Diddy, for instance. I think Young Boy probably beat him. A couple people done beat him. Lots of people really done beat him. But they got a 98%. They got a 98% conviction rate. I don't know if Big U gonna beat him. Well, he got like a 43 count indictment. 43 count. There's 43 of them. Come on, man. That's a loss of cases you got to beat. You know what I'm saying? That's a loss of cases he got to beat. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? He might do it. He may not. We done seen the feds get beat. So I can't just say that Big U won't beat the feds. You know what I'm saying? I just can't say that. Because Diddy surprised lots of people. You know? Okay. His inner circle. Okay, by labeling his inner circle as the Big U enterprise, prosecutor can charge him as the mob boss rather than just a gang member. This allowed them to loop in the white collar crimes, fraud, tax evasion, and violent crimes, murder, extortion under one RICO umbrella. So they could put all that on him. All that. And just throw it on him. On a big old RICO. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The goal is, the prosecutor's goal is to prove that while the Rollin system provided the muscle, the BUE was a sophisticated independent business designed solely to enrich Henley. They say to enrich Henley. I'm talking about, they didn't name no other Rollin 60 Crip. They didn't name another Rollin 60 Crip. Only Big U. So all this extortion and all this stuff they putting down, it was for Big U. So you mean to tell me they pulling all these leaks and bringing it back to Big U? Nah. The feds are targeting Big U's reputation as a community peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? The allegations, prosecutor claim Henley used his non-problem developing options to launder money and isolate himself from law enforcement. See, that's making the people mad. They feel like you're using all of this for the cover of all your crimes. And we're going to unravel all this to dive deeper into your crimes. And that's what the prosecutor did. That's what the feds did. You know, they allege he defrauded the LA mayor office. Listen, he defrauded the mayor office. Whoever would have thought that? Big U fried the mayor? Come on now. GRYD program of over 2.3 million between 2018 and 2023. And we heard Big U when he was turning himself in. Big U say it was all false allegations. They was lying on him. But you know what I'm saying? And his paperwork is saying something different. He done defrauded the mayor. 2.3 million between 2018 and 2023. Okay, when you get to playing with them money right there, somebody got to pay it back. And they looking for Big U paying it back. And some of his co-defendants. The indictment named Shaquille O'Neal. That's just one celebrity. I don't know why they named others, but it's just one celebrity. But in other NBA players as victims of an infinity fraud, the feds allege Henley solicited donation for the youth, then immediately moved the cash over $40,000 from just two players into his personal account for luxury cars and lifestyle expenses. So Big U out here finessing these peoples, extorting the basketball and celebrities out their money to make himself look good. He go buy himself a Rolex watch and a chain. You know what I'm saying? Like he the celebrity. But that's all the money he had extorted out of people's. You know, that's all the money he had started out of people's. Let's just be real here. You know what I'm saying? That man bought luxury cars and lifestyle expenses. So he's just out here flexing, stopping at Burger King's, you know what I'm saying, Longhorn, doing what he do. All free money. No money that he put in work for. All free money. But this is where the feds are leaning on the industry enforcer narrative. The tactic. Using the Hobbs Act, which targets anyone who interferes with interstate commerce through extortion. That go for anybody who you can say interstate commerce, you know what I'm saying, for activities. You can be charged with the Hobbs Act. You really can be charged with the Hobbs Act. The evidence the FBI has witnessed include a Grammy-winning producer who claims celebrities and athletes had to pay Henley for protection just to party or film in Los Angeles. Look at that. Look at that. You got real law-abiding citizens finna get on that stand on Big U whenever your trial come. You see what I'm saying? Real stand-up guys, real celebrities, real law-abiding citizens. Yeah, they word gonna matter a whole lot once they get on that stand and testify. It gonna matter a whole lot, especially when they get up there like, well, I was finna do this and Big, you charged me $40,000. I was finna do this, but I get a call and say Big U saying that I owe some money. You know, the prosecutor is not gonna take that lightly at all. Okay, Henley for protection just for party filmed in Los Angeles. To shoot a movie, pay Big U. You want to go to the party in LA? Call Big U and see if it's okay. Or inform Big U that you here tonight. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? The trap. Man, I appreciate everybody. Hit that like for me. Hit that like button. Okay, the trap. Even if a celebrity doesn't want to testify, the feds are using intercepted calls from 2023 where Henley alleged tell on associates. Listen, hold on. I think y'all missed up. I really think y'all missed this one. Even if a celebrity doesn't want to testify, the feds are using intercepted phone calls from 2023 where Henley alleged tells an associate on retired activists. Nigga, I'm the one that make moves to prove he was still active running in this torture ring. So he proving that he running this torture ring. No ifs, and buts about it. Hey, everybody, hit that like button for me. Thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody for joining. Hit that like button for me. So they intercept all Big U phone calls in 2023. So while Big U on this phone telling these celebrities, oh, you owe me this. Oh, it's going to cost this much. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Love everybody. How everybody doing? Hit that like button for me. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. So he just putting the extortion down. You know, he was still active running the extortion ring. Not just him extorting peoples. He running the extortion ring. Okay, this is a heavy count. The carriers are potential life sentence. You know what I'm saying? The RW case, it carry a life sentence. Rayshawn Williams and the artist of Henley's unique music label, a diss track. RW allegedly recorded that disrespected Henley, and Henley didn't take it lightly. And what? RW came up missing. He found deceased. So they brought that back on Big U. They brought that back. You know what I'm saying? The evidence of GPS cell tower data fed tracked Henley phone from an LA studio to North Las Vegas desert, where RW bodies were found in a ditch off I-15. Whoever knew the feds was that swift to track the man's phone down to there? See, he thought he got away. Now they're gonna be like questioning Big U, like, well, we found your phone pin down here. Why was your phone pin in here? If you wasn't nowhere around, who had your phone? You know what I'm saying? Obstruction. This is how you got the obstruction. Prosecutors allege Henley ordered his co-defendant, Sylvester Vay Robinson, to wipe the studio surveillance footage the night of the disappearance. You see what I'm saying? That's how he became a co-defendant, because he was given an order to wipe the film. He was given an order, a clear order from Big U. DNA reports indicated DNA evidence linked to Henley was recovered near the disposal site. So how can you deny that you wasn't there? How could you possibly deny that you wasn't there? They got, you know what I'm saying? They recovered DNA evidence. So what you gonna say? Somebody had this on belong to you or something? Because your DNA out there. And Big U gonna have to answer to the court about it. The feds are using Henley's own social media against him to deny bail. It's crazy. We already know when you get in big trouble, they're gonna use your Instagram, they're gonna use your Facebook. And whatever else social media you got, they're gonna use that against you. One thing about it, they gotta build all the evidence up to convict you. And that's what we're seeing in the Big U situation. Detected in 2025, the judge Joel Richard denied bail specifically because of the Henley Crenshaw Cougars Instagram post. You know what I'm saying? Witness tampering. After the initial raid, Henley went on IG naming snitches and opponents. The DOJ argued this was a direct attempt to poison the jury pool and intimidate witnesses into staying silent. That go a little deep, ain't it? Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of remember when Big U was getting arrested and he was like, don't mess with this person. I seen this person in the police car when they came to pick me up or when they came to my house. Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember. So y'all put that with that and maybe y'all will get maybe who may be a snitch. Because they're saying that right here. Witness tampering. After the initial raid, Henley went on IG naming snitches. He would name snitches and opponents. The DOJ argued this was a direct attempt to poison the jury pool and intimidate the witness into staying silent. So who is all these snitches? It seems like it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Eugene, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you have to go back and look at the title. You know what I'm saying? The feds are just trying to prove Big U is a criminal. They're trying to prove his entire life as an active was a 15-year performance. If the jury believed the Big U enterprise was real, the West Coast O.G. era was officially over. You know, it won't be a surprise. Because when you're doing crimes gonna come back and hit you. You know what I'm saying? We get away for so long, and then boom, here it go. But it can't be no surprise to us. When Big U was going to jail in the back seat, when he was going live, it wasn't a surprise to him. Only he know what he did. He knew what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's just the updates on Big U. That's what's going on with him. So he gonna have a lot to fight when trial come. I don't know, have he gained another attorney yet? But at one point in time, Big U wanted to represent himself. And that wasn't a great idea because we see lots of people go in court and try to represent themselves and it don't turn out good on them. It never turned out good when you try to represent yourself because you got to think about it. You're going against professional lawyers when you do that. So think about that before you ever try to represent yourself because, you know, it's professionals that you fighting against. So do your research. That's the update of Big U. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you ain't already have. I'm out. Until next time, peoples.